Today we have our favorite cook with us, Xiangling. We're going to talk about her best builds. I'm going to give you some suggestions. And yeah, let's start with it. We have two different builds. There are many people that are using her as a DPS or used her as a DPS because we have much better DPSs now than in the past. So yeah. And the second build, of course, is going to be a sub-DPS, which I suggest going for. As I said, we have much better DPSs at the moment, so she's not going to be that amazing, but at the beginning of the game, she was quite amazing when some of the people gave her a chance and built her as a DPS and found out that she is really working that way. So yeah. Let's start with the weapons, and we will start with, of course, sub-DPS build. Firstly, I'm using Skyward Spine because I don't have extra Engulfing Lightning. But yeah, the best weapon is going to be Engulfing Lightning when it comes to the sub-DPS build, just because of the extra energy recharge, so you will use her pyronade all the time. And yeah, attack is still increased in terms of the percentage of the energy recharge you have, so you don't have to worry about that one. Now, Skyward Spine is good option, and we have some other good options as well. Favonius Lens, definitely. Prototype Star Glitter is kinda okay, but it's giving you normal and charge attack damage bonus, so you're not going to utilize that one. And I'm not sure which one is the energy recharge. Is that everything? Maybe it is. Also, there's a good one, Dragon's Bane. It's increasing damage for the opponents affected by Pyro, which is amazing if you're going to try that one out. So yeah, few options that we have for her, Engulfing Lightning being the best one. And when it comes to artifacts, well, you have guessed it, if you have Engulfing Lightning, then the emblem set is going to be amazing for her. Amazing. But you need to stack up a bunch of energy recharge just to get the maximum boost from her 4-piece. And yeah, if you don't go for that one, if you don't have Engulfing Lightning, then I guess the Crimson Witch of Flames is going to be the best option. I mean, the Emblem one could still be one of the best options, although you are not using Engulfing Lightning, but Crimson Witch of Flames is still one of the best options to use on her, and you still have Noblesse. I know that you have Bennett and many other characters that you are going to use with Noblesse, but if it ends up being that you don't use anyone with Noblesse and the Xiangling is the only one, Noblesse is going to be a very good option for her. When it comes to the stats of the artifacts, when we talk about the sub-DPS, you would want to go with the energy recharge, especially if you're using emblem set. Now, the second thing is her pyro damage bonus goblet and crit rate or crit damage circlet, of course. And now we have talents. Normal attack and skill, you don't even need to upgrade those, okay? You can leave it at level 1, but pyronade is something that you want to use all the time and you will go for the max level. Coming back to the weapons, we are going to talk about DPS build now. You have many options with the crit rate or crit damage weapons, so try out few of those because I didn't try any. And there's some other possibilities. She has incredibly fast attacks, okay, incredibly fast attacks, and you can even go with a physical damage bonus weapon, Crescent Pike. So if you want, you can try it out. It is actually an amazing weapon, and I was using it in the beginning on my Xiangling. My Xiangling was pure DPS, physical one. So yeah, if you want to give it a try, well, you're not going to be that much disappointed. Only reason why you are going to be disappointed is because there's possibility that you're not going to use it at all if it doesn't work on your Xiangling or maybe anyone else. I don't know. But hey, crit damage or crit rate weapon, the Staff of Homa is probably still the best one on her. If you have extra Staff of Homas, which I did have, but I refined it, then use it on her. Second thing, we are going to talk about artifacts for DPS build, and yes, Crimson Witch of Flames is going to be the only set that you should use. I think that it is much better than any other unavailable set that we have currently. Maybe that's going to change in Natlan, that is definitely coming really soon. At the point of recording this video, it is less than 2 weeks, so yeah, it might even come out until you watch this video, so we will see what kind of artifacts are we going to get. But also there's some other option when it comes to DPS build. If you're building her purely as a physical one, you can go with the Pale Flame and the Bloodstain. There we go. You can go with those two sets to combine the physical damage bonus and see where that one is going to put you. When it comes to stats, if you can, go with the either EM or the attack percent. It depends how you build her. If it is with Crimson Witch of Flames, then you can even try EM build. But if it is physical one, definitely go with the attack. Of course, pyro or physical, it depends what you want and what you went for. And the last one is going to be crit circlet, definitely. No changes about that one. Last thing, talents. Now, a little bit different story this time. You will want your normal attack and burst to be upgraded to the maximum, and skill, well, skill is still not something that you want to upgrade because Guba is getting a little bit more damage. Nothing too special. When it comes to passive talents, Guba is getting boost, and all of your characters are getting boost. If you collect the chili that Guba is dropping, then as you can see, 10% attack is increased, which is not that bad, but also not so good. And the last one, Constellations. The constellation number 1. If Guba hits the enemy, pyro resistance is reduced by 15%, which is quite good, quite good. Not too bad for C1, definitely. And now C2, when it comes to normal attacks, the last hit is going to get some kind of extra pyro damage that is dealing 75% of Xiangling's attack, which I really do not know how much is it. Next one, C4, which is going to be amazing for both sub-DPS and DPS builds, because you will still have the pyro boost on DPS build. You get 40% increased duration on your pyronade, so that's going to be helpful. And C6, well, it is giving you 15% pyro damage bonus while you are using pyronade. Let's talk about teams now. Xiangling sub DPS build, every single cryo, every single hydro, so all the DPSs from those two elements, you can use her with them, and you can use her with absolutely every single team that is monopyro, because she's, as you saw in the Constellations, she's boosting pyro damage even further and decreasing resistance to pyro damage. She's going to be amazing sub DPS even for the pyro DPSs. So yeah, use her even with Arlecchino, even with Hu Tao, but be sure that it is monopyro team, because you will not be able to I mean, you can use Furina and then vaporize with Furina and get even more damage with Furina, not with pyro DPSs, but still get all those boosts that Xiangling has in her kit. So yeah, you can use her, as I said, monopyro, so you will use her with Kazuha, with Sucrose, just to boost even more that pyro damage. So all pyro DPSs, and even with the 4 stars when it comes to that, with Bennett definitely, because Bennett is going to boost. You have Xingqiu, you have Kaya, even Chongyun could possibly work out. Then Tartaglia definitely. You have, well, Neuvillette, yes, it's going to work out, but you will vaporize with your Xiangling because Neuvillette is applying a little bit more and quite faster than Hydro with his charge attacks, so yeah. And Furina is going to boost your damage, and she's going to vaporize with her minions. She's going to be amazing in that team, definitely. Then we have actually Ganyu and Shenhe. Even so, we have Aloy, and we have Ayaka and probably few other DPSs, the Ayato as well. So you can use your Xiangling with them. It's going to work out. But give it a try with few teams and see which one is working the best. At the moment, at this point of time in the game, I'm not currently using Xiangling because she's not that good of character when it comes to boosting and just giving damage. She's not providing that much. And we have DPS build. Well, of course, what did you think? It's going to be Bennett, definitely. You can use Zhongli because he's going to boost absolutely everything and everyone. If you have more pyro than physical, then you can go with Kazuha. If it is another way around, well, you should go with Mika to boost that physical damage. And if you want, you can go for Cryo and Electro character for Superconduct, and Mika to boost physical damage to the maximum, if it is even going to give you a little bit more boost. I'm not really sure which one is going to give you more, but as I said, and as I will say in every single guide, Shenhe is still boosting normal attack and charge attack, plunge, skill and burst. It depends how you use her skill. And yes, you will get Superconduct and you will get boost on your normal and charge attack damage for your Xiangling with Shenhe. So there are few options that you can go for. Give it a try and let me know in the comments, because although I do have build on my Xiangling, she's going to be a sub-DPS one, not DPS, so I'm not going to try that much with her, but hey, we will have one clip at the end with her damage. We will see against who, probably against Scaramouche, because why not? Let's bully him. And yeah, we will see which team am I going to use. Probably this one. And then Furina is going to deal most of the damage. And with that we came to the end of this video. Stay a little bit longer to see just how we crashed with this Scaramouche in the battle and how much damage did we end up getting. If we got any. If we got any with Xiangling, we will see. Maybe everything is done with the Furina, not with Xiangling, but we will see, we will see. Anyways, join me in the next guide and I will see you very soon.
Not possible.
Boba, get them! Teamwork is strength!
Fallen leaves, adorn.
Time to shine! Eat this!
I can't.